Welcome to another Corefx tip. My name is Tom Sheehan, and today we are going to show you how to be a superhero. My Corefx channel or studios, I've learned so much from YouTube in the past year of with visual effects and short films that I wanted to give something back, and so. Like literally when I was thinking, I wanted to do something that I have never seen before, and so I watch Film Riot all the time, and I've seen every Andrew Kramer's After Effects tutorial, and I've never seen anybody levitate a house, and so that is what I wanted to do. And so literally I wrote a little script, got some friends together, and we lifted my brother's house up. So let's take a look at exactly what I did right now.
Inside me was growing. I had boundless energy and it surged through my veins. I had no idea what this was, but I liked it. I knew I was changing, and I knew that these powers would change my life forever.
Honey, what are you doing?
Okay, so that's if you want to see the full video, I'll have a link at the end of this, but in a nutshell, that is the lifting of the house. So how did I do it? Well, first off, and the easiest way to do it is to get the back plate. So what I did, let's see if we can take a look. At the stage. So I literally, let's remove and solo some of this stuff. So okay, so I went in my brother's backyard and I made a blank plate. I literally took pictures of his backyard, several of them, and then took them into Photoshop and made a long panoramic image. And this would be the backyard. This is essential so that when the house lifts up, it gives you the feeling that you're just looking through the house. So that is actually probably one of the most important things for this effect, is that when this house lifts up, you can actually look into the backyard. So so now what else did I do? The house itself, it wasn't as perfect as I thought it'd be. But what I ended up doing to get the house I wanted to see if I can find the footage of the house. So house solo. What I did was I took my brother's house and I put the camera on a small jib that I created, and I tried to get some footage that the house would then so you could actually see the difference in parallaxing. I went up and down a few times to try to get the house just right. I don't know if it was actually needed, or you could actually use a still and have the same effect. There was a couple issues, because when I did come in, I had a mask around all the areas of the house, and going through and changing that mask or animating that mask to follow this was a little bit time consuming and maybe not as necessary as needed, but this is how I actually got that footage. So when the house is lifting, I actually reversed it, so when the house is lifting, you'll see like the different changes in the parallaxing, so different angles look a little bit different. The next biggest challenge that I had to deal with was, how do you get these bushes to be separate from the house? So I'm lifting the house up. How do I get the back end? How do I not have these giant gaping holes? And so and this is actually another part that really adds to the technique. Let's stop this. You'll see here that these bushes are now, and actually the trash can bushes are all separate. So how did I do that? Well, what I had to do was, let me show you the footage for that. I had my actor, I wanted to get him in front of a green screen, so I had him completely separate, so when the house lifts up I don't have to worry about that being an issue, so I could literally green screen him out. And then in the same shot, without moving the camera, I went and put a green screen. Bryce has got to move though. Bryce, don't need it there. Yep. I put a green screen behind each one of the bushes so that I could then take these separate clips and cut each one out and then piece it together, and then I would freeze each one of these segments. So I took this portion of the thing, froze it, time freezed it, and then used that and kind of built. So now I'll show you now that I got that. See if I can make sense of all this. Now this is, I actually created this a little bit ago. Okay, so the house probably under house. So, and that might be a completely. So this was the masking. One thing that I can point out with this one is that one easy way, and I did use some cloning, but one easy way to get rid of the or to create the body mirror is I literally took the top portion here and flipped it. So to let you know what I mean, so see, this was the original. This was the original, and so you could do some cloning, like I did some cloning over here with this bush, but one easy way, because see all these twigs and stuff, it was definitely a little bit tricky, so what I ended up doing is I literally just took the top and flipped it around, and there was a little bit of lining up issues, but ultimately it worked out a lot better in the long run. It was a lot quicker, and I don't even know if you even noticed that the windows actually went all the way to the floor, which, you know, they actually don't in real life, but in this particular case I don't think the audience caught on to that. And so once you pretty much build the stage and get your actor to animate through, you can then animate the house upwards. One thing that I did was that I add some rubble here. This was actually I did in 3D Studio Max, and that might be a little bit difficult, but not so much needed. You could also just do a gaping hole. In this particular one, if you watch it, the rocks come up. Though I thought this was going to be a lot better afterwards. When I looking at it now, I mean, it wasn't completely needed. Did it add stuff? Did it add an element of realism? Sure, a little bit, but not to the point where it's extremely needed. Now you can also see here I added elements of dust and fire and stuff dropping from between the house to the ground. This is kind of to add points that stuff's like breaking off from the house and all that. So I hope that helps. I hope to give you some ideas. You know, who doesn't want to be a superhero? I know I do. And if I would, I'd definitely want to be able to lift a house with my mind. And that's what I've tried to do here. So hopefully you enjoyed it. My name is Tom Sheehan again. If you like this content, if you thought this was cool, subscribe to the channel, please. I want to keep doing this kind of thing. I like it. So thanks a lot, Corefx. Have a great day.